ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम पदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतिशे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. I welcome every devotee for our combined class.
हरे कृष्णा। मैं सभी भक्तों का आज हमारी कक्षा में स्वागत करता हूं, जो हिंदी और अंग्रेजी दोनों में है।
Those who have switched on their videos, they are looking really beautiful because they are wearing such nice monkey caps.
जिन सभी भक्तों ने अपने वीडियो ऑन की है वो बहुत सुंदर लग रहे हैं क्योंकि सबने मंकी कैप लगा रखी है।
We all want to become the celebrated monkeys of Sri Vrindavan Dham.
और हम सभी वृंदावन धाम के महान बंदर बनना चाहते हैं।
And create really mischief for the service of Krishna and Radharani.
और कृष्ण और राधा रानी के लिए, उनकी सेवा के लिए बहुत सारी शैतानियां करना चाहते हैं।
Whatever little austerities now all of you are doing to get up early in the morning is just to become a wonderful monkey in Vrindavan.
और आप जो भी सुबह जल्दी उठने की तपस्या यहाँ कर रहे हैं छोटी, वो सब हम ताकि हम वृंदावन में भगवान के बंदर बन सके, उसके लिए हमारा प्रयास है।
Okay, with that note, we will start. So today, like last class, we were discussing all the devotees. We divided them into groups. I think one group is remaining. We will do in the end. So we were seeing how different people give lot of different arguments which are like excuses for not practicing Krishna consciousness seriously.
तो जैसा कि हमने पिछली कक्षा में देखा कि सभी समूहों ने अपनी अपनी प्रस्तुतियां दी, एक समूह रह गया था। तो हमने देखा कि बहुत सारे लोग अलग अलग तरीके के मतलब वाक्य बोलते हैं ताकि वो भगवान की भक्ति न करें।
People have unending list of excuses that, oh, this is not proper, that's why I should not practice. This is not proper, that's why I should not practice. This is not proper, that's why I should not practice.
और लोग भांति प्रकार के एक्सक्यूजेस देते रहते हैं ताकि, क्योंकि वो भक्ति नहीं करना चाहते, क्योंकि ये ठीक नहीं है इसलिए मैं भक्ति नहीं करूंगा, क्योंकि ये ठीक नहीं है इसलिए मैं भक्ति नहीं कर सकता।
Yes, how many of you have experienced the types of people who were written down in your own life?
तो तो आप में से कितने लोगों ने ऐसे लोगों को देखा है जो इस प्रकार के अलग अलग तरीके की बातें कहते हैं ताकि भक्ति न करें?
So I hope everyone had gone through all these things that we had written down last time. But these are primarily the different types of excuses people give for not practicing bhakti.
तो सभी ने ऐसे लोग देखे हैं और ये हमने अपने प्रेजेंटेशन में भी लिखा था सभी ने। तो what was the last sentence, Prabhuji?
I think I hope, I also don't know what did I speak. Do you need water? Okay, so I was telling that I hope all of you have studied those things, and they are really practical, and we experience those people in our lives, in our day-to-day lives, while interacting with others.
तो दूसरों के साथ जब जब हम लोगों ने चर्चा की है तो हमेशा हम लोगों को ऐसे लोग मिले हैं जो अलग अलग तरीके के तर्क देते हैं ताकि वो भक्ति नहीं कर सकें।
So generally, when we experience such people, what is that thing which we do with them?
तो सामान्यतः जब हम ऐसे लोगों के साथ मिलते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं?
Yes, anyone would like to answer?
कोई उत्तर देना चाहेगा?
Yes, Dandavat.
हम चेष्टा करते हैं कि उनको किसी तरह कन्विंस करें कि हम कैसे भक्ति करें।
Yeah, so Mataji is telling, हम चेष्टा करते हैं, we endeavor to somehow convince the person. Okay, anyone else? Very nice answer.
So before convincing and all, first we give prasadam to them.
Okay, so before convincing, we give some prasadam. So once the prasadam, once his mouth is filled with little sweet, then he is not able to speak, and we can speak, and he can only hear. That's the point. Good. So if he speaks, then it becomes very difficult. You put prasadam in his mouth, so that he cannot speak, and you can only speak, and then he hears. Okay, this is.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
We experience, we share our experience, how we were like them only, and how we have changed.
Okay, so we share our experiences, how we were, and how we got changed, and that's a very good point. Yes. Anyone else?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। प्रभु जी, हम उनको इवेंट में इनवाइट करते हैं कि इवेंट में थोड़ा आनंद लें, तो फिर क्लासेस में भी आना शुरू कर देंगे।
Okay, yeah. Preeti Mataji is experienced uniworld teacher of Bhagavad Gita. She knows without bringing people for events in uniworld, they will not come to Bhakti. Okay, so we bring them to some events and then invite them for some yatra or events or something, and then that's a nice thing. Okay. So these are all some things which we do for convincing these people who have some excuses.
तो ये सब कुछ चीजें हैं जो हम इन लोगों को मनाने के लिए करते हैं जो हमें विभिन्न तर्क देते हैं।
Yeah, but I think all devotees are there who are all missing. Yes.
कम है प्रभु जी।
Okay. Okay, I hope every devotee is there. Kushal Bihari Prabhu is telling all devotees. Okay. What are you doing? Okay. So, but we may give lot of arguments, we may give lot of convincing arguments, we may speak a lot to people, but people really do not get transformed by our speech.
तो हम बहुत सारे तर्क दे सकते हैं, बहुत सारी बातें उनको बोल सकते हैं उनको मनाने के लिए, लेकिन हमारी स्पीच से, हमारे भाषण से लोग परिवर्तित नहीं होते हैं।
No matter how much ever we give lot of discussions, and we may do lot of convincing points. We may argue with them, we may speak to them, we may speak our experiences to them, but actually people do not get transformed by all this speech.
तो हम उनसे बहुत चर्चाएं करते हैं, बात करते हैं, उनको तर्क देते हैं और अपने अपने अनुभव बताते हैं, लेकिन इस प्रकार से बात करने के बावजूद लोग जो है उनका हृदय परिवर्तित नहीं होता है.
We may think that I will prepare something, I will really prepare some convincing point, and I will really ensure them that they are fully convinced, and then they will practice bhakti, or they will start accepting the principles of Bhagavad Gita. But very rarely it happens like that.
तो हम सोचते हैं कि हम बहुत अच्छे से पॉइंट्स बना लेंगे और उसके बाद उनसे ये बोलेंगे और लोग हमसे मान जाएंगे और बहुत अच्छे से भक्ति शुरू कर देंगे, लेकिन वास्तव में ऐसा होता नहीं है.
So we will read one verse from Bhagavad Gita and discuss the next part of our workshop. Okay?
तो हम भगवत गीता से श्लोक पढ़ेंगे और आगे चर्चा करेंगे.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Yad yad acharati shrestha.
Yad yad acharati shrestha.
Tattadevetaro janaha.
Tattadevetaro janaha.
Sayat pramanam kurute.
Sayat pramanam kurute.
Lokastad anuvartate.
Lokastad anuvartate.
Yad yad acharati shrestha.
Yad yad acharati shrestha.
Tattadevetaro janaha.
Tattadevetaro janaha.
Sayat pramanam kurute.
Sayat pramanam kurute.
Lokastad anuvartate.
Lokastad anuvartate.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I will read one line and you have to translate. Yes, Kushal Bihari.
Yes.
Translation. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow.
जो भी कार्य एक महान व्यक्ति करता है, एक सामान्य व्यक्ति उसका अनुसरण करता है.
And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues.
और जो भी मानक वो अपने उदाहरणीय आचरण के द्वारा निर्मित करता है, पूरा संसार उसको अनुसरण करता है.
Purport. People in general always require a leader who can teach the public by practical behavior.
लोगों को सामान्यतया हमेशा एक नेता की आवश्यकता होती है जो अपने व्यक्तिगत व्यवहार के द्वारा लोगों को शिक्षा दे सके.
A leader cannot teach the public to stop smoking if he himself smokes.
तो एक नेता कभी भी लोगों को धूम्रपान करने से रोक नहीं सकता यदि वो स्वयं ही धूम्रपान करता हो.
Lord Chaitanya said that a teacher should behave properly before he begins teaching.
भगवान चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने कहा था कि सबसे एक अध्यापक को पहले स्वयं आचरण करना चाहिए इससे पहले कि वो दूसरों को शिक्षा दे.
So, one who teaches in that way is called an acharya.
तो एक व्यक्ति जो इस प्रकार से आचरण करता है उसको आचार्य कहा जाता है.
Or the ideal teacher.
या आदर्श शिक्षक कहा जाता है.
Therefore, a teacher must follow the principles of Shastra, scripture, to teach the common man.
इसीलिए एक शिक्षक को हमेशा शास्त्रों के सिद्धांतों का अनुपालन करना चाहिए जिससे वो सामान्य व्यक्ति को शिक्षा दे सके।
The teacher cannot manufacture rules against the principles of revealed scriptures.
एक शिक्षक जो शास्त्र हैं उनके सिद्धांतों के विरुद्ध जाकर किसी भी प्रकार के नियमों की रचना नहीं कर सकता।
The revealed scriptures like Manu Samhita and similar others are considered the standard books to be followed by human society.
शास्त्र जैसे कि मनु संहिता और अन्य शास्त्र मनुष्य के द्वारा अनुपालन करने की जो मानक पुस्तकें हैं।
Thus, the leader's teaching should be based on the principles of such standard shastras.
इसीलिए एक शिक्षक की जो शिक्षाएं हैं वो इन शास्त्रों के द्वारा स्थापित किए गए मानकों पर जो सिद्धांत हैं उन पर आधारित होनी चाहिए।
One who desires to improve himself must follow the standard rules as they are practiced by great teachers.
कोई व्यक्ति जो स्वयं को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए इच्छा करता है उसको चाहिए कि जो महान शिक्षक हैं उनके द्वारा जो मानक सिद्धांत हैं और नियम हैं जो पालन किए गए हैं उनका स्वयं अभ्यास करें।
The Srimad Bhagavatam also affirms that one should follow in the footsteps of great devotees.
श्रीमद् भागवतम भी इस तथ्य को स्थापित करती है कि व्यक्ति को महान भक्तों के चरणों का अनुपालन करना चाहिए।
And that is the way of progress on the path of self-realization.
और यही आत्म साक्षात्कार के पथ पर उन्नति करने का तरीका है।
The king or the executive head of a state, the father, the school teacher are all considered to be the natural leaders of the society.
एक राजा जो एक राज्य का प्रमुख होता है, एक पिता और एक अध्यापक जो एक विद्यालय में पढ़ाता हो, वो सामान्य निर्दोष जनता के एक नेता माने जाते हैं।
All such natural leaders have a great responsibility to their dependents.
और जो भी इस प्रकार के वास्तविक नेता हैं, उनके कंधों पर बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है अपने जिन लोगों के प्रति वो जिम्मेदार हैं।
Therefore, they must be conversant with the standard books of moral and spiritual codes.
इसीलिए उनको जो नीति और अध्यात्म के नियमों की जो पुस्तकें हैं, उनमें जो स्थापित मानक हैं, उनके बारे में पूर्ण तरीके से जानकारी होनी चाहिए।
So in this purport and the verse in Bhagavad Gita, which is well-known verse, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna that how he holds a big responsibility to set the right example for the society.
तो इस श्लोक में जो भगवत गीता की बहुत प्रसिद्ध श्लोक है, वहां पर कृष्ण अर्जुन को कह रहे हैं कि किस प्रकार के एक नेता होने के कारण उसको सही उदाहरण प्रस्तुत करना चाहिए।
And when people see the right example, the right culture, that actually transforms people. It's not about how much ever we argue, how much ever we speak convincingly. If people see that we are right example, we are setting a right example, that actually attracts people.
तो लोगों को क्या आकर्षित करता है, वो है एक नेता का जो सही उदाहरण है। जब वो देखते हैं अपने सामने, तब उन्हें वही सबसे ज्यादा आकर्षित करता है।
So we may speak hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of things, but if we are not exemplary in our behavior, in setting the right standards of right behavior, people will never get attracted.
तो हम बहुत सारी बातें कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर हम सही उदाहरण प्रस्तुत नहीं करेंगे तो लोग कभी भी हमसे प्रेरित नहीं होंगे।
And that's what actually can transform the world.
और यही इस संसार को परिवर्तित कर सकता है।
So as devotees, we must understand that we are natural leaders for the society.
तो एक भक्त होने के नाते हमें समझना चाहिए कि हम इस समाज के एक प्राकृतिक रूप से नेता हैं।
And even if you think that you all think that you are not natural leaders for the society, but at least you are leader for your family members.
तो आप सोच सकते हैं कि हम स्वाभाविक नेता नहीं हैं पूरे समाज के लिए, लेकिन कम से कम आप अपने परिवार के लिए एक स्वाभाविक नेता अवश्य हैं।
So that is how we have a great responsibility to actually to set the right example.
तो इस प्रकार से हमारे कंधों पर ये बहुत बड़ा उत्तरदायित्व है कि हम एक सही उदाहरण प्रस्तुत करें।
So we must understand that how to set the right example.
तो अब हमें समझना होगा कि किस प्रकार से एक सही उदाहरण प्रस्तुत किया जा सकता है।
And if we can set the right example, then so many people can get attracted to the lotus feet of Krishna and Srimati Radharani.
और यदि आप सही उदाहरण प्रस्तुत करेंगे तो बहुत से लोग श्रीमती राधा रानी और कृष्ण के चरणों के प्रति आकर्षित होंगे।
I remember when I was studying in IIT.
मुझे याद है कि जब मैं IIT में पढ़ रहा था,
so I used to always sit in the front bench in the classroom, and I used to really make nice notes in the copy because I had no other time to study other than the classroom.
तो मैं कक्षा में सबसे पहली बेंच पर बैठता था और बहुत अच्छे से नोट्स बनाता था, क्योंकि कक्षा में पढ़ने के अलावा मेरे पास और कोई भी समय नहीं था पढ़ाई करने के लिए।
I was so busy in services, so many services. I hardly had any time to even open the book. It was only during the class what I could understand. That was my only thing that I could do before the exams and writing the exams.
तो मैं सेवा में इतना व्यस्त रहता था कि मेरे पास और कोई समय ही नहीं था कि मैं अपनी पुस्तकों को खोल सकूं। केवल वही समय था जब मैं कक्षा में बैठकर वहां जब नोट्स बनाता था।
I remember one devotee, he saw my example and he also stopped studying.
और मुझे याद है कि एक वक्त उसने मेरा उदाहरण देखा और उसने भी पढ़ाई करना बंद कर दिया।
But he didn't saw the example of me in the class, and he was sleeping in the class. Rather, he was snoring in the class.
तो उसने लेकिन मैं कक्षा में किस प्रकार पढ़ता था वो उसने नहीं देखा और वो क्लास में सोता था, यहाँ तक कि वो तो खर्राटे मारकर सोता था।
And then he really got such purification by Krishna, and then he really didn't got very good grades. It was really very bad situation for him.
तो भगवान कृष्ण ने उसका पूर्ण रूप से शुद्धिकरण कर दिया और उसका बहुत खराब ग्रेड आया।
So, but I used to really be very sincere in the class and make notes. And in 2011 or 12, I had gone to IIT. I still saw my notes on the Xerox centers of IIT Kharagpur.
और मैंने बहुत अच्छे से नोट्स बनाए थे और 2011-12 में जब मैं वापस कॉलेज गया था तो मैंने देखा था कि मेरे जो नोट्स हैं वो आज भी जीरोक्स शॉप पर चल रहे थे।
And in 2014-15 also I had gone. I still saw that same notes are still going on.
और 2014-15 में जब गया तब भी मैंने देखा कि मेरे नोट्स से ही लोग पढ़ाई कर रहे थे।
So I was feeling a little happy that my endeavors were really commendable during that time.
तो मुझे बहुत प्रसन्नता हुई कि मेरा जो प्रयास था वो बहुत अच्छा था।
But I remember in one occasion, I was sitting in the front bench, and because the previous day there was some camp or some workshop in the voice, and it was such hectic that I could not sleep at all. Whole day I was so busy, and my rounds were remaining in the night, and I was chanting in the night, and next day morning I was feeling my head was so much reeling, but still I had to go for the classes because the professor was really strict about attendance.
लेकिन एक बार ऐसा हुआ कि बहुत सेवा थी, कोई कैंप था और रात में मैंने जगकर, मेरी माला भी पूरी नहीं हुई थी, तो मैं देर तक जगकर माला कर रहा था, बहुत सेवा की थी, बहुत थक गया था कि सुबह सुबह मेरा सिर घूम रहा था। लेकिन क्योंकि हमारे प्रोफेसर बहुत कठिन, बहुत
And when I sat down in the class, I was trying to concentrate, but nothing was getting inside my brain because it was like rolling and rolling. My eyes were like as if I have drunk liquor and like this.
तो मैं जब कक्षा में बैठा तो मैं बहुत प्रयास कर रहा था समझने का, लेकिन मेरी जो सर है पूरा घूम रहा था और मेरी आंखें ऐसी थी जैसे मैं बहुत शराब पी कर आया हूँ.
And everyone was looking at me. They were not looking at the professor.
और हर व्यक्ति मेरी तरफ देख रहा था, कोई भी प्रोफेसर की तरफ नहीं देख रहा था.
And as soon as I just dozed a little bit, immediately one person from the back said, they used to call me SDN. I had a short form in the college because I was the topper. So every famous person gets a short name. So SDN, तू भी सोता है क्लास में, तो हम क्या करेंगे?
और जैसे ही मुझे थोड़ा सा नींद का झोंका आया तो पीछे से एक लड़के ने मुझे बोला एसडीएन, क्योंकि मेरा शॉर्ट फॉर्म में नाम था, क्योंकि मैं टॉपर था और हर एक प्रसिद्ध व्यक्ति का कोई शॉर्ट फॉर्म में नाम बन जाता है, तो मुझे उसने बोला एसडीएन, तू भी क्लास में सोता है.
So then I realized how important it is to set the right example. Then he started telling, "Arey, you are devotee, you are going ISKCON. This is what it's taught in ISKCON, to sleep in classes."
और इसने मुझे बोला कि तुम तो भक्त हो, तुम तो ISKCON जाते हो, तो ISKCON में क्या ये सिखाया जाता है कि क्लास में सोना चाहिए?
This is also another excuse people give by finding faults in devotees so that they don't want to practice bhakti.
तो ये एक और दूसरा कुतर्क है जो लोग देते हैं ताकि वो भक्ति में आगे ना बढ़े.
But we need to understand that as we become devotees, we become natural leaders of the society, and it is important that we set the right standard for and we need to understand that we are actually representing Krishna and Guru in our life.
तो इसलिए ये महत्वपूर्ण है कि हम, क्योंकि हम स्वाभाविक लीडर्स हैं इस समाज के, तो हम एक अच्छा मानक स्थापित करें ताकि लोग भगवान कृष्ण के चरणों के प्रति आकर्षित हों.
Whatever wrong things we do will completely create blemish in the name of Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON and the Guru Parampara and Krishna.
जो भी गलत कार्य हम करेंगे तो हम श्रील प्रभुपाद, कृष्ण चैतन्य महाप्रभु के चरणों के प्रति उस निरादर की भावना लेकर आएंगे.
And whatever good things we do will create a great respect for people in general, for Srila Prabhupada, Guru Parampara and Krishna.
और जो भी अच्छा कार्य हम करेंगे वो हमारे श्रील प्रभुपाद, हमारे गुरु परंपरा, कृष्ण, उनके लिए एक महान सम्मान की बात होगी.
And that is how we must understand that we can actually attract people by creating a right culture and right example of association of devotees.
तो इस प्रकार हमें समझना है कि हम भक्तों के संग का एक सही उदाहरण, एक सही संस्कार हम बना सकते हैं, प्रस्तुत कर सकते हैं.
So we will discuss 4 principles of how to set the right example among devotees. But before that, I am going to ask each one of you how to set the right example. Or the first question is, what really attracts people to our Dasosmi family? What really attracts people to ISKCON? And what, according to you, can attract people to ISKCON or our Dasosmi family?
तो अभी हम 4 सिद्धांतों की चर्चा करेंगे इसके बारे में, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं कि क्या सभी को इस प्रश्न का उत्तर देना है कि क्या है जो लोगों को दासोस्मी परिवार के प्रति, ISKCON के प्रति आकर्षित करता है.
Okay, this is just to ensure that you are not sleeping because it's really cold. Yes.
क्योंकि बहुत ठंड है, तो आप सो न जाएं, इसके लिए मुझे करना है.
Yes, please tell those who want to tell.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम.
Okay.
प्रभु जी, एक तो जब हम लोग डील करते हैं तो हमारी कथनी करनी में अंतर नहीं होना चाहिए.
Okay.
तो हमें विनम्रता से पेश आना चाहिए और जज नहीं करना चाहिए लोगों को कि वो छोटा है, वो अच्छे से करता नहीं है, वो तो भौतिकता में ज्यादा डूब गया, मतलब हमें ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए प्रभु जी किसी को.
Okay, so Kathni and Karni. Okay, nice Hindis. So Kathni and Karni. So this is nice thing कि हमको Kathni और Karni मतलब what we say and what we act both should be in line. Correct? यही बोलना चाहते हैं आप?
Yes प्रभु जी.
Very good.
मतलब मैं शुक्र डिवोटी हूँ, मैं इतना हूँ नहीं, और मैं लोगों के सामने ऐसे जाऊंगी तो फिर
Okay. Okay, this is one thing that लोगों को attract करता है. Yes, और कोई? Yes. Okay, one by one. Please raise your hands. Yes. Who is speaking? Okay, Nidhi Mataji has to speak. Wants to speak. You are muted.
Prabhuji, tell me Pranam Hare Krishna. What attracted me towards ISKCON was that ISKCON doesn't have any unnecessary rituals like you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this. I mean, whatever niyam ISKCON has, they are all relevant to bringing you closer to God and not unnecessarily adambar like ये करना होगा, वो करना होगा, वो करना होगा.
Okay, so this attracted you to ISKCON and Dasosmi family. That आपको सबको समझ में आ रहा है ना? It's not required to explain again, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, ठीक है. That's fine. Yes. Who else?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
So the thing which can attract the people from outside, like how much we are serious that we are following this Krishna consciousness, how much we are serious in our chanting and other things. Okay. And because of that seriousness, that transformation, whatever which comes in our life, that can also attract the outside people.
Okay, so how much we are seriously practicing, that will attract other people to Krishna consciousness. Okay, yes.
प्रभु जी, जब हम फोर्स नहीं करते हैं लोगों को, सबसे ज्यादा अट्रैक्शन है कि दासोस्मी फैमिली में किसी को फोर्स नहीं किया जाता है कि तुमको ये करना ही है, ऐसे आगे आना ही है, और इस प्रकार से हम और दिखाते नहीं कि हम दूसरे से सुपीरियर हैं, किसी के लिए जजमेंटल नहीं होते हैं, तो वो लोगों को बहुत आकर्षित करता है.
Okay, लोगों को फोर्स नहीं करते हैं, लोगों को जज नहीं करते हैं, तो वो आकर्षित करता है. प्रीति माता जी was also telling the same point. Okay, yes. Udit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So the kind of experience they get, because same set of people they meet with the same family background, and still they're following the principles of bhakti. So that is one thing which attracts them.
Okay, so what is the experience? Experience is a very abstract thing. What is that experience that people get attracted? Or what is that experience that we should create so that people get attracted?
So first experience is about seeing other devotees, that how happy they are, irrespective of their family responsibilities, work responsibilities.
How many of you are happy after coming and practicing devotional service? Okay, very good. Some devotees are not raising hand because okay, Sanjukta Mataji, you are happy? Okay, everyone is happy. Good. Okay, Sanjukta Mataji is happy. So when we see devotees are genuinely happy to serve others, then selfishly enjoying themselves. Okay, this is so. My spiritual master used to say that a happy devotee is the best teacher, best preacher. If one is just happy, that attracts people, because everyone wants to be happy. Yes? Who doesn't want to be happy? So that's the experience that we can give, that we are happy practicing bhakti nicely. Okay, that's good, very nice. Yes, Sarja Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, we make a, here in Dasoji family, we are very much close to each other. They can share their experience, they can, whatever problem we have, we can share.
We are close, but we are not able to hear what you are speaking. We are not able to hear what you are speaking, though we are close.
Actually, हमारा एक बहुत अच्छा रिलेशनशिप बिल्ड होता है. पर्सनल रिलेशनशिप जब हम बिल्ड करते हैं तो एक श्रद्धा बढ़ता है और उसकी वजह से लोग अट्रैक्ट करते हैं.
Okay, so people get attracted to relationships and personal relationships, and then people really get attracted. Yes. Okay. Next is, I think, who raised hand first time? Sama Priya Mataji. Oh, Nitya Rupini Mataji wants to speak. Yes, yes. Nitya Rupini Mataji.
प्रभुजी मुझे जो दासों फैमिली में अट्रैक्ट किया अच्छा लगता है कि इधर मतलब इस ग्रुप में इतने बड़े बड़े पोजीशन में सब लोग हैं.
Who is in big position? I want to hear. I don't know who is in big position.
Very high position, which I realized. लेकिन जब हम लोग सब एक संग यात्रा में जाते हैं और एक संग जब रहते हैं तो उनकी जो सेवा भाव है, सबकी सेवा भाव है, तो that is really attractive. And आपके प्रति उनका जो मतलब surrender, that really attracts me.
Okay, so seva bhav, it attracts devotees. Very good, very good. That's a nice point. But I don't think we are all big people. We are the most insignificant souls. Materially big means spiritually disqualified. IIT means I and T. Means ahankar, and more ahankar. And I am means really big, more ahankar. I and me. IIT, at least the second last letter is T. So it is at least different than ahankar. I am means I, me, me, I, me, am, mera. So it's like gone case. Udit Prue is laughing. Yes, yes, Shyama Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Actually, my point was also similar to Nitya Rupini Mataji's, but it is more like even in spite of having being very well settled materially, still that is not giving them the happiness, and that is not making them satisfied actually. So when we are in Krishna consciousness, that void is, I can't say void, it's like the purpose is achieved. So we can see that in the Dasoji family.
Yeah, so even if we are fully materially settled and everything, but if we do not have a purpose to live in life, we don't feel satisfaction. So this is one thing that attracts people. Very, very nice. Yes. Yes, Sukriti Mataji is raising hand.
Prabhuji, that love and care we get from devotees.
And
that is very attractive to outside people also, that how much they respect each other, how much they are close to each other, how much they can share. No bad mouthing behind the back is there. So that is very attractive. People don't boast about themselves. They are trying to be humble.
So one big Hari bol for Sukriti Mataji. So this,
Hari bol.
okay.
Bol.
Very good.
Actually, like more festivals and events.
Oh, more festivals. More festivals. Yeah. So festivals actually cost a lot. Love and care actually is very simple and cheaper aspect to attract people. But festivals. But this is one thing which is very, very essential, that the love and care that we experience, that actually touches people's heart. because everyone is looking for love, everyone is looking for care, everyone is looking that I need some love and affection. And especially in Kali Yuga, where people do not have right family atmosphere, they're really looking for love only. And if we can create an example of love and selfless service and sacrifice, we can do so much of service to the society. Yeah, this is a nice point, very nice point. Yes, Lalit Prabhu. Hmm. 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 Sorry, I didn't get, anyone got, repeat. So you had some health issues and it is improving, or? Okay, okay, so that attracted. So when we come, we have so much of mental things, physical issues and all. As soon as we come to Krishna Bhakti, immediately everything, material energy releases us from his pangs, from her pangs. So this is one thing that attracts. Yes, Arijit Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। तो देयर आर टू पार्ट्स ऑफ द क्वेश्चन। एक है कि मतलब कौन सा फैक्टर मुझे अट्रैक्ट किया टुवर्ड्स द सोसाइटी, एंड सेकंड पार्ट इज कि मतलब कैसे हम लोग डिवोटी को अट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं या कैसे अट्रैक्ट होता है। तो दसवीं को मुझे अट्रैक्ट किया, वन इज प्रभु जी योर स्माइल।
Okay.
I have not seen Prabhuji Krishna's smile, but I am fortunate enough to see your smile.
Okay.
That was one of the points. Second point was Prabhuji Kirtan. The first day I have heard the Kirtan. Though personally I like dancing Kirtan much than normal Kirtan, but उस दिन normal Kirtan ही था, but उस दिन ना मतलब I was mesmerized कि क्या सुन रहा हूँ मैं। That time that was the first day. Then मैंने sound vibration word मैंने सुना नहीं था. But later on I understood कि it was a sound vibration. And third is जो नीली माता जी परस बोल रही थी कि there was no ritual as such कि ये मत करो, मतलब there are restrictions obviously for regulating this, but जो हम लोग so called Bengalis और जो भी है जो ritual, मतलब I am giving one you example. जैसे when my father expired, तो in typically Bengali में कुछ white वाला ड्रेस पहनते हैं उसको 13-14 दिन में, और nobody cannot enter the temple. But I want to Goshala and visit it. मतलब ऐसा कुछ ऐसा स्पेसिफिक ये नहीं है दिखावा जो बोलता है। There are 3 points for my मतलब मेरा attracted from it. Of course there were no pre-qualification and required. जो आप बार-बार बोलते हैं ना, there भक्ति में कोई मतलब आज तक मैं जो पाप किया हूँ, but from today only I can start
one loud Hari Bol for Arijit Prabhu. This is also a very amazing thing that anyone in any situation can get attracted to and come and get attracted. This is one very amazing point. Yeah, that's true. Yes.
तो ये 4 पॉइंट था। और सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन कि कैसे अट्रैक्ट हो सकता है, तो फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज प्रभु जी जो उदित प्रभु बोल रहे थे हैप्पीनेस। मतलब पीपल सी ए डिवोटी कि इसका मतलब इन टर्म्स ऑफ सी हम लोग मतलब मटेरियलिस्टिक पब्लिक चाहते हैं, मतलब इसका कोई फाइनेंशियल crunch नहीं है, या मतलब बेटी का शादी हो रहा है, बेटा का पढ़ाई ठीक से हो रहा है, मतलब लाइफ स्मूथली चल रहा है, तो दैट मे बी अरे ये भक्ति करके इसका चल रहा है तो मैं भक्ति करूंगा तो मे बी मेरा भी पॉसिबिलिटी है। दिस इज वन ऑफ द फैक्टर। एंड सेकंड इज केयरफुल, मतलब जो केयर हम लोग लेते हैं ना, अभी पॉइंट बोल रहे थे, जो आप कैलेंडर में भी आप लिख रहे हैं ना हम लोग की गार्डनर्स ऑफ लाइफ, तो दैट वर्ड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू।
Okay.
So this is from my side.
Okay, gardeners of life. Yes. So a devotee is always happy, but when outside people they see that even in so much of challenging situations, like Srila Prabhupada has given a lecture. In one lecture he was telling that how Pandavas, why did Krishna give so much of challenges to Pandavas? They are the topmost devotees. They had no karma. And Srila Prabhupada said that Krishna wanted to show the example that even amid so much of challenges in their life, still they were smiling and not giving up the lotus feet of Krishna. So generally, we can say that people are happy when in happy moments. But devotees set such examples that they see the silver lining. Silver lining, okay. Kushal Bihari Prabhu, please come back. Silver lining, I don't think people will understand. So they see the silver lining even in the most adverse situation, and even in the most adverse situation they are happy, and thinking about Krishna, trying to serve Krishna, love devotees, serve devotees. That actually attracts people. It's not just about happiness, right? You're able to understand this point? Yeah, I don't know what you will translate, but translate.
प्रभुपाद अपने एक लेक्चर में बता रहे थे कि किस प्रकार से पांडव, यद्यपि उनके सामने बहुत चुनौतीपूर्ण परिस्थितियां थी, किंतु फिर भी वो भगवान कृष्ण के प्रति, उनके चरणों के प्रति जो उनका प्रेम है उससे वो डिगे नहीं, और वो भक्ति वैसे ही करते रहे। इसी प्रकार भक्त के जीवन में चाहे कितनी भी बुरी परिस्थितियां आए, लेकिन उसके जीवन की जो सबसे सुनहरी बात है वो ये है कि वह फिर भी मुस्कुराता है और भगवान कृष्ण के प्रति अपने प्रेम को कम नहीं होने देता।
This is something really like attracts people, that no matter whatever happens, Krishna is so merciful that I can be satisfied in all situations. This attracted Lord Shiva. Yes. This attracted Lord Shiva. Anyone remembers how it attracted Lord Shiva of devotees? Anyone remembers the verse? Lord Shiva himself says this verse. And little bit of quiz. Lord Shiva says this verse. Where Lord Shiva says this verse? This attracted Lord Shiva of devotees. Lord Shiva got attracted to devotees, and of this principle that you can be happy in all situations, not just in happy situations. Yeah, Chitraketu Maharaj, very good. You go on, speak the verse. Okay, you memorized the verse and you send me in WhatsApp. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So Narayana para sarve, those who are devotees of Narayan, na kutaschana vibhyati. They do not have any fear for any situation. They are always happy in all situations. Swarga, even if they are in heaven. Naraka, even there is in hell, or anywhere else, they are always satisfied and happy. That actually attracts people the most, that the person is happy in all situations. Okay, that is a nice point. Yes, Sanjukta Mataji.
Two lines what Sukriti Mataji said. When last time my mother was calling me, she said, it seems your Prabhujis and Matajis are more loving and caring than your own mother. And I think after 1.5 years, she was waiting and she gave her conclusion.
Oh, so your mother's conclusion was that your Prabhujis and Matajis are more loving and caring, and that is why you have forgotten your mother. Okay. Very good. This conclusion, good. We do not have to forget our mother and father, but yeah, that's true. The way devotees can give love, no one can give love, and the way Krishna can give love, no one can give love. Yeah, yes, Poonam Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
So I was a kind of friend. I was attracted by this God because I saw this. I saw you when you came to my house. You were different kind of sadhu. Usually, so many we have this in our house that we have. We keep calling so many sadhus all the time, but they always tell that you have to do this and you have to follow. no questions can be asked. But you were very different, and we can always discuss, and you give specific guidance for specific exams, specific people. Usually, I never listen to any sadhu except you, because you tell me things very indirectly, some way that I am convinced.
Okay. Okay, now you're convinced.
And the humbleness the devotees carry. Recently, I went to Guruvayur and I visited ISKCON temple in Kerala. So there was this Prabhuji who was serving us prasadam, and he was serving with so much love. I was taken aback because I never have served my own family so much humbly. He was serving us. So I was really convinced that devotees. I was like, my ego was crushed there.
So the humility the devotees exhibit, the wonderful Vaishnava qualities they exhibit, the service attitude they exhibit, that actually attracts people. Very good. Yes. Ajay Jana Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Dandavad.
So there are two things here. Say why people they are attracted towards ISKCON. Say one thing I say that is because of Srila Prabhupada, because his contribution, his sacrifice, and sometimes attracts people to attach with ISKCON. And for me, why I love to attach with Dasuni, because of you only. As earlier devotees told that your simplicity, your smiling face, you are so talented, so educated, but still you are so humble.
Okay. So one big Hari Bol for Srila Prabhupada. Hari Bol. So Srila Prabhupada actually one of another Vaishnav Sampradaya Acharya had you see, all of you, because all of you are connected with ISKCON, so all of you are speaking very nice things about ISKCON, but those who are other people, they are seeing how ISKCON is flourishing, then naturally little bit they have that, little bit of why ISKCON is flourishing so much, everywhere we are having temples now, so much of funds coming, so much of properties, so many people giving, as if it looks like, all other different temples, they're doing nothing and ISKCON is only doing. So people have little bit of, little jalan, right? So why we are able to do so much? So one Vaishnava Sampradaya Acharya, he told a very wonderful point that why ISKCON is flourishing so much. He said the devotees of ISKCON, they're flourishing. Definitely, it is their endeavors, they are part of their missionary spirit, and all those things are there definitely. But the most important factor that these devotees, the ISKCON devotees, are flourishing because of their submissiveness to their founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Kushal Bihari Prabhu, I think this will translate this.
So, yes, Prabhuji. तो अन्य संप्रदायों में आप सभी तो सब ISKCON के अनुयायी हैं, तो इसलिए आप कह रहे हैं, लेकिन अन्य संप्रदायों में भी जो आचार्य हैं, वो उनके मन में वो देख रहे हैं कि ISKCON बहुत उन्नति कर रहा है, हर जगह ISKCON के मंदिर बढ़ रहे हैं, ऐसा लग रहा है सब जगह ISKCON की ही संपत्ति है, और इसको देखकर थोड़ा सा किसी के मन में ईर्ष्या, थोड़ा सा जलन का भाव आता है। तो लेकिन एक आचार्य ने किसी और संप्रदाय के, उन्होंने ये कहा कि ISKCON इसलिए प्रगति कर रहा है क्योंकि ISKCON के अनुयायी, ISKCON संस्था के संस्थापक आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद के प्रति विनम्र रूप से पूरी तरीके से शरणागत हैं, इसी वजह से ISKCON ये उन्नति कर पा रहा है।
So because we are submissive to our Acharya, that is how we are flourishing in our life.
क्योंकि हम अपने संस्थापक आचार्य के प्रति शरणागत हैं, इसीलिए हम समृद्धि कर रहे हैं.
So I was talking about the 4 principles. Oh, I think some devotees are raising hand. They want to speak something. Okay. Yes, Sunita Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji,
Yeah.
Prabhuji, what inspires me, what I like about the teachings here is the scientific knowledge which it imparts, the knowledge which it imparts about our body, mind, soul. I find it so much true, about this whole universe, God, demigods. So, it is so, like logically, I find it so much correct. That is what keeps me like going on.
Yeah, so yes, this is one also another thing that ISKCON's what Srila Prabhupada's teachings are not very dogmatic, not very you have to do it. Srila Prabhupada's teachings are very logical, very logical and very scientific. This is one thing. Yes, Sukriti Mati, you have some point? Yeah.
Yeah, Prabhuji, one more point I just want to speak. People generally get attracted to devotees because they are very good listeners. They listen to people's problems very nicely and give sympathetic attitude and good solutions. General practical.
This is also another thing. People do not have anyone to speak to now, to relate to now. And if we, as devotees, if we can just hear attentively some people, that itself will make us the best preacher or teacher of Bhagavad Gita, just by hearing, oh, at least there is someone to hear my problems. So that is a very nice point, thoughtful. Yeah, so the first principle of setting the right example is submissiveness. Submissive.
सही उदाहरण प्रस्तुत करने का पहला सिद्धांत है शरणागति.
So our submissiveness to Srila Prabhupada's teachings, as is mentioned in Srila Prabhupada's purport, that a leader is one who shows by example how to surrender to another leader.
तो श्रील प्रभुपाद के परपोर्ट में तात्पर्य में जिस प्रकार लिखा हुआ है कि एक नेता अपने उदाहरण के माध्यम से प्रस्तुत करता है कि किस प्रकार दूसरे नेता के प्रति हमें शरणागत होना है.
Today's society, kids are not following their parents, they are not following their teachers because they are not seeing their parents and teachers following their teachers.
तो आज समाज में जो बच्चे हैं वो अपने माता पिता अपने शिक्षकों का अनुपालन नहीं कर रहे हैं क्योंकि वो ये देखते हैं कि वो उनके माता पिता और शिक्षक अपने शिक्षकों का अपने माता पिता का अनुपालन नहीं कर रहे हैं.
If I do not follow Srila Prabhupada, if I do not follow my Guru, then how can I ask all of you to follow me?
और यदि मैं अपने गुरु और अपने श्रील प्रभुपाद के निर्देशों का पालन नहीं करूंगा तो मैं आपसे कैसे कह सकता हूं कि आप उनके निर्देशों का पालन कीजिए.
And that's what Srila Prabhupada speaks in the purport as the most important point is if a teacher is smoking, then how he can tell his students to not smoke.
तो यही बात श्रील प्रभुपाद अपने तात्पर्य में बता रहे हैं. यदि एक शिक्षक स्वयं धूम्रपान कर रहा है तो वो अपने विद्यार्थियों को कैसे बोल सकता है कि आप धूम्रपान मत कीजिए.
So it is important that our submissiveness to our teachers will help our kids, whom we are students, to actually be submissive. If they see that we are not submissive, and until unless they are submissive, we cannot teach them. Can we teach a not submissive fellow?
तो हम यदि अपने बच्चों को, अपने अनुयायियों को यह नहीं दिखाएंगे कि किस प्रकार हम अपने शिक्षक के प्रति, अपने गुरु के प्रति शरणागत हैं, तब तक हम कैसे उनसे अपेक्षा कर सकते हैं कि वो हमें सुनेंगे.
And until unless they hear us, they will not learn anything. They have to first hear, they have to see us as a leader. When people will see us as a leader, when they see that we have a leader whom we are following and that parampara is getting connected with Krishna, that is the disciplic succession.
तो लोगों को फिर गुरु परंपरा का आभास तभी होगा जब वो देखेंगे कि हम किस प्रकार से अपने नेता के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं और कृष्ण के साथ ये गुरु परंपरा जुड़ी हुई है. और जब वो उसको हमें अनुपालन करते हुए देखेंगे तब वो हमारा अनुपालन करेंगे.
This is the most important principle which has created the success story of ISKCON.
तो ये सबसे महत्वपूर्ण सिद्धांत है जिसकी वजह से आज ISKCON सबसे सफल बना है.
We see the life and example of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. We see the life and example of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. In one sense, they got success much more than Srila Prabhupada.
तो हम उदाहरण देख सकते हैं भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज का और जयपताका स्वामी महाराज का. अगर एक तरीके से आप देखें तो आप ये देख पाएंगे कि उन्हें श्रील प्रभुपाद से अधिक सफलता प्राप्त हुई है.
In no moment till date, last 19 years, I have seen any one of Srila Prabhupada's disciples ever speaking, ठीक है, Srila Prabhupada did something for the Guru Parampara Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but we did much more than Srila Prabhupada.
लेकिन पिछले 19 सालों में मैंने कभी किसी भी श्रील प्रभुपाद के शिष्य के मुख से यह नहीं सुना कि हाँ श्रील प्रभुपाद ने भी चैतन्य महाप्रभु कृष्ण के मिशन के लिए थोड़ा काम किया है, लेकिन मैंने श्रील प्रभुपाद से भी बड़ा कार्य करके दिखाया है.
Actually, on a practical level, they did much more. On a practical level, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur preached only in India, but Srila Prabhupada preached all over the world.
और वास्तव में उन्होंने बहुत प्रैक्टिकल लेवल पर अगर देखें तो उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा कार्य किया और श्रील प्रभुपाद से भी अधिक सफलता प्राप्त की. आप देखिए कि श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर ने केवल भारतवर्ष भर में प्रचार किया, लेकिन श्रील प्रभुपाद ने पूरे विश्व में प्रचार किया था.
And Srila Prabhupada, while preaching in America, he writes in the song that it is by the desire of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Tara Ichha Balaban, Pascha Tete Thai Thai, Hoye Jate, Savai Krishna Bhakti or something like that. That Tar Ichha Balaban, the desire of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is very strong, and because of his desire in the outside world, one by one temple is sprouting up.
श्रील प्रभुपाद भजन में लिखते हैं कि उनकी इच्छा, श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर की इच्छा इतनी बलवान थी जिसके कारण आज पूरे विश्व में मंदिरों की स्थापना हो रही है.
And that's how we see in Hare Krishna, please mute. That's what we see in the lives of Srila Prabhupada's disciples. Actually, they work so hard to take the mission of Srila Prabhupada ahead, and actually they have got so much of success, but they are so submissive to Srila Prabhupada.
तो ये हम देखते हैं श्रील प्रभुपाद के शिष्यों के जीवन में कि यद्यपि उन्होंने बहुत सफलता प्राप्त की, लेकिन उनकी शरणागति श्रील प्रभुपाद के लिए कभी भी कम नहीं हुई.
And ironically, we have not got any success, and we are so proud, and we are not submissive to our spiritual masters.
लेकिन विडंबना ये है कि हमें कोई सफलता प्राप्त नहीं हुई है, लेकिन हम फिर भी अपने गुरु के प्रति शरणागत नहीं.
Our spiritual masters are so successful, and they are so submissive. They don't have an iota of pride that, oh, I am so successful. My spiritual master is not that successful. Like I remember when Dayaram Prabhu of Calcutta, our president, Dayaram Prabhu, he had in Calcutta, temple was in very, very bad shape. Very, very bad shape. There were no devotees to preach here, and no good devotees, and the temple standards, the Radha Govind's temple worship was in very, very bad shape.
तो हमारे जो गुरु हैं वो कभी भी ऐसा नहीं सोचते हैं कि हमने बहुत बड़ी सफलता प्राप्त की है. प्रभु जी उदाहरण दे रहे हैं, दयाराम प्रभु जब कोलकाता मंदिर में थे और मंदिर में आए थे, उस समय मंदिर की स्थिति बहुत दयनीय थी और मंदिर में भगवान की पूजा के जो स्टैंडर्ड हैं वो भी ठीक नहीं थे. बहुत बुरी स्थिति थी यहाँ पर.
So Dayaram Prabhu was actually serving in Mayapur, and he was the person who actually has purchased all the acres of land in Mayapur. Whatever we see now, we almost have now 600-700 acres of land. He was the person who purchased all the land. And in Bengal, every square feet of the land has 8 owners. So that means 700 into so many 56,000 people you have to convince to get that land.
दयाराम प्रभु मायापुर में सेवा कर रहे थे और मायापुर में जो भी जमीन आप देख रहे हैं 700 एकड़ के आसपास जो इस्कॉन के पास है वो पूरी उन्होंने ही एकत्र की। और बंगाल में स्थिति ऐसी है कि प्रत्येक स्क्वायर फीट के 8 मालिक होते हैं, तो 700 गुणा 8 मतलब 56,000 से ज्यादा मालिक इस संपत्ति के थे।
And to convince them, it's not just about money. To convince them to really create different entities so that we can purchase the land and all the land. And he was doing all the service, and then he was called to improve the standards of Calcutta.
तो इस प्रकार इन सब लोगों को सहमत करना और कितना मेहनत इसमें लग रही थी। एंड उसके साथ दयाराम प्रभु कोलकाता मंदिर के जो मानक हैं उनको भी बढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे।
And then he had no help to do anything in Calcutta, so he thought of approaching Radhanath Maharaj.
लेकिन उनके पास कोई भी सहायता करने के लिए नहीं था, तो उन्होंने सोचा कि राधानाथ स्वामी महाराज के पास सहायता के लिए जाया जाए।
And when he went to Radhanath Maharaj, and then he asked Maharaj, I need some devotees to help me in Calcutta because the deities' services are in very bad shape. Radha Govind, it is the first temple in India that Srila Prabhupada established, and it's in very, very bad shape. It is your spiritual master's birthplace, so please do something in Calcutta. Please help me.
तो वो श्री राधानाथ स्वामी महाराज के पास गए। उन्होंने कहा कि ये भारत का पहला मंदिर था जो आपके गुरु महाराज ने स्थापित किया था और इसकी स्थिति बहुत ही दयनीय है, तो कृपया मेरी सहायता कीजिए, आप किसी को भेजिए।
And then Radhanath Maharaj said, I do not have any devotees much, but Radhe Shyam has a lot of, he has a factory of devotees. So you can go to Radhe Shyam and get all the factory from him.
कि मेरे पास कोई भी भक्त नहीं है, लेकिन राधे श्याम प्रभु के पास पूरी फैक्ट्री है भक्तों की, तो आप उनके पास जाइए और उनसे सहायता मांगिए।
And just imagine, your gurus appreciates you like this in the public. How much you will feel? Really.
कल्पना कीजिए यदि आपके गुरु आपको इस प्रकार से आपकी प्रशंसा करते हैं सबके बीच में, तो आपको कैसा लगेगा?
But never ever in my any interactions with Prabhuji, Radheshyam Prabhu, I have ever seen an iota of thinking that just see, I am doing so much, even much more than my spiritual master.
लेकिन मैंने जितना भी राधेश्याम प्रभु के साथ कभी जो भी व्यवहार किया, लेकिन कभी मुझे ऐसा एक छोटा सा भी एक तिनका भी उनके व्यवहार में नहीं दिखा जहां उनके मन में ऐसा हो कि मैं अपने गुरु से भी ज्यादा सफल हो गया।
So we must understand this principle. We have not done anything, and if we have pride, then it is simply false pride.
तो हमें ये समझना चाहिए कि हमने कुछ नहीं किया है और उसके बावजूद अगर हमारे अंदर अहंकार है तो ये सब मिथ्या अहंकार है।
Because people who have done so much in our Guru Parampara, they consider themselves as the most humble or the humblest servant of the servant of the spiritual master.
क्योंकि जिन्होंने महान महान कार्य किए हमारी गुरु परंपरा में, वो स्वयं को अपने गुरु के सेवकों के सेवक के रूप में ही मानते हैं।
So we do not become great by becoming great.
तो हम महान बन के कभी महान नहीं बन सकते।
We become great by serving selflessly, sacrificing our lives for those who are great.
तो हम केवल निस्वार्थ भाव से उन महान लोगों के सेवकों की सेवा करके ही हम महान।
And because in ISKCON we are following till date this principle of submissiveness to the Guru Parampara, that's why we are flourishing.
और क्योंकि ISKCON में हम इस सिद्धांत का पालन कर रहे हैं, अपनी गुरु परंपरा के प्रति शरणागति का पालन कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए आज हम सफल।
The day we stop this principle in ISKCON, we will see ISKCON also crumbling down just like any other organization.
समाप्त हो जाएगा, उस दिन हम देखेंगे कि इस्कॉन भी किसी अन्य संस्था के समान ही बिखर जाएगा.
So whatever principles of the Dasosmi family or whatever principles in ISKCON we are seeing, the foundation of the principle is submissiveness.
तो जो भी दासोस्मी परिवार के मौलिक सिद्धांतों का आप जो बात कर रहे हैं वो है शरणागति.
And submissiveness to three things.
तीन वस्तुओं के प्रति शरणागति.
Bhishma Pitamaha, in his appreciation to the Pandavas, he actually glorified the Pandavas' submissiveness.
तो भीष्म पितामह जब पांडवों की प्रशंसा कर रहे थे तो उनकी शरणागति की उन्होंने प्रशंसा की थी.
Bhishma Pitamaha glorified the Pandavas' submissiveness to these three things, that is, to first to dharma, to the codes of conducts of the scriptures.
तो पहली वस्तु थी धर्म, यानी शास्त्रों के जो वक्तव्य हैं उनके प्रति शरणागति.
The second one was vipra, to the sadhus, to the guru, to the Vaishnavas.
और दूसरा था ब्राह्मणों, गुरु, साधु के प्रति शरणागति.
And the third one was achyuta, dharma, vipra, achyuta, ashritaha.
और तीसरा है अच्युत के प्रति, धर्म, विप्र और अच्युत, इन तीनों के प्रति.
Achyuta is Krishna. So the scriptures, the Lord and the devotees, because they were submissive to these three personalities, actually Pandavas were so glorious devotees of the Lord.
तो अच्युत माने कृष्ण, तो अच्युत भगवान कृष्ण और साधु और शास्त्र, इन तीनों के प्रति शरणागति के कारण ही पांडव महान बने.
So we must understand that all of you have learned Bhagavad Gita and almost learning now Bhagavatam and so many stories from Bhagavatam. So all of you hold a responsibility to actually start now teaching Bhagavad Gita.
तो आप सभी भगवद गीता सीख रहे हैं, अब भागवतम भी सीख रहे हैं, तो आप सभी की जिम्मेदारी है कि आप भी भगवद गीता की शिक्षा देना प्रारंभ करें.
Srila Prabhupada never designed ISKCON as a traditional temple where we can just come and do some rituals. Oh, my father is sick, do some ritual. My uncle passed away, do some ritual. ISKCON temple is not a temple to perform different rituals, which we do, but that's not the goal of ISKCON.
तो इस्कॉन की स्थापना श्री प्रभुपाद ने इसलिए नहीं की थी कि हम विभिन्न प्रकार के धार्मिक कार्य करते रहें, उनको रीति रिवाजों का पालन करते रहें, कि हमारे पिताजी की डेथ हो गई, हमारे अंकल की डेथ हो गई, उनके लिए पूजा पाठ के लिए नहीं. ये काम भी हम करते हैं, लेकिन यह हमारा उद्देश्य नहीं है, हमारा मंदिर इसलिए नहीं है.
The purpose that Srila Prabhupada created ISKCON is actually a school for Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. It's a school.
श्री प्रभुपाद ने ISKCON की स्थापना इस उद्देश्य से की थी कि यह श्रीमद् भगवद गीता और श्रीमद् भागवतम का विद्यालय बनेगा.
Whatever we see in ISKCON, the main purpose is we want to propagate the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and make people chant Hare Krishna. That's our goal.
तो जो भी आप देखते हैं ISKCON में कार्य हो रहा है, उसका एकमात्र उद्देश्य है भगवद गीता और श्रीमद् भागवतम का प्रचार और हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र का कीर्तन.
So we must understand that as we are becoming serious, chanting more number of rounds, following the regulative principles, understanding the principles of Bhagavad Gita, we have a responsibility actually to become a teacher, and that will please Srila Prabhupada and the entire Guru Parampara.
तो हमें समझना है कि हमारा जो उत्तरदायित्व है कि हम श्रीमद् भागवतम भगवद गीता का प्रचार करें, और यही हमारी गुरु परंपरा श्री प्रभुपाद को प्रसन्न करेगा.
And the first principle to become a teacher, a spiritual teacher, is submissiveness.
और एक आध्यात्मिक शिक्षक बनने का जो पहला सिद्धांत है वो ये है कि हम शरणागत बने.
Materially, teachers, if they just memorize some formulas, if they're able to solve some problems, you become a teacher.
तो भौतिक शिक्षक बनने के लिए आप केवल कुछ फॉर्मूला याद कर सकते हैं, और उससे आप आसानी से शिक्षक बन सकते हैं.
But spiritual teaching, the foundational principle is not just about remembering and memorizing the things, it's about submissiveness.
लेकिन आध्यात्मिक शिक्षक केवल चीजों को याद करके नहीं बनता है, शरणागति के द्वारा बन सकता है.
And our success in really attracting people to ISKCON, to Srila Prabhupada, to Dasosmi family will depend on not speaking logically, which we'll anyway do, but really based on our quality of submissiveness to Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Parampara.
और हमारे लोगों को आकर्षित करने की इस दासोस्मी परिवार के प्रति, ISKCON के प्रति आकर्षित करने की जो शक्ति है, वो हमारे केवल तार्किक रूप से बात करने से नहीं होगी, क्योंकि हम वैसे भी करते हैं, लेकिन इससे अधिक बड़ी महत्वपूर्ण बात है कि हम कितना शरणागत हैं, उससे निर्भर करेगी.
So our submissiveness will attract people that who is this Srila Prabhupada? I want to learn about him. I want to read about him. And when they read about Srila Prabhupada, when they read the books of the Srila Prabhupada, their life will get transformed. But how they will feel attracted to reading about Srila Prabhupada? When they see us submissive to Srila Prabhupada.
तो लोग जब श्रील प्रभुपाद के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, जानेंगे कि कितना उन्होंने बलिदान किया, तब वो आकर्षित होंगे, लेकिन वो तब तक नहीं पढ़ेंगे जब तक वो हमें श्रील प्रभुपाद के प्रति शरणागत होते हुए नहीं देखेंगे.
Like in one place where I used to go and give classes, then there was so many people hearing the classes and all, and they were reading Bhagavad Gita. Some had different, they were opening Bhagavad Gitas and reading. And then after 3, 4, 5 classes, they asked me, Ki Prabhuji, what you speak in Bhagavad Gita, we have never heard, and it is so practical. What is the source of this practical wisdom?
तो एक जगह मैं क्लास देता था, तो हम लोग ये सभी लोग भगवत गीता लाकर उससे पढ़ते थे, लेकिन 4-5 क्लास होने के बाद उन्होंने पूछा कि प्रभु जी, आप जो भगवत गीता का ज्ञान देते हैं वो इतना अधिक प्रैक्टिकल है, तो इस सब ज्ञान का जो स्रोत है वो क्या है?
I said, Srila Prabhupada. And immediately that person said, Prabhuji, which book of Srila Prabhupada I should read?
और मैंने कहा श्रील प्रभुपाद, तो तुरंत उस व्यक्ति ने कहा, प्रभुपाद की कौन सी पुस्तक मुझे पढ़नी चाहिए?
So it's not that we thirst upon Srila Prabhupada's books to people, but it is about inspiring people to read Srila Prabhupada through our own example.
तो लोगों के बलपूर्वक लोगों को श्रील प्रभुपाद की पुस्तक देने से नहीं होगा, ये तब होगा जब हम लोगों को अपने आचरण के द्वारा प्रेरित करें कि वो श्रील प्रभुपाद की पुस्तक पढ़ें.
Oh, this person has transformed so much just on the basis of reading Srila Prabhupada's book. Let me find out what is there in this book.
तो ये व्यक्ति सोचेगा कि इस व्यक्ति के अंदर कितना परिवर्तन हुआ श्रील प्रभुपाद की पुस्तक पढ़ के, तो चलो मैं भी पढ़ के देखता हूँ कि क्या होता है.
And I am telling you, Srila Prabhupada's books are so potent. Krishna has sent specifically to Srila Prabhupada to this world to write books.
और मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि श्रील प्रभुपाद की पुस्तकें इतनी शक्तिशाली हैं क्योंकि कृष्ण ने श्रील प्रभुपाद को पुस्तकें लिखने के लिए ही भेजा था.
Srila Prabhupada himself says about it, and we can see the way Srila Prabhupada did in such less fraction of time, and the way his books have created an upsurge of Krishna Bhakti. We should understand that Srila Prabhupada is specifically sent by Krishna for writing books and making us read his books.
श्रील प्रभुपाद स्वयं इस बात को कहते थे, और आप देखेंगे कि किस प्रकार श्रील प्रभुपाद की पुस्तकों ने लोगों के जीवनों को परिवर्तित किया है. ये हम समझ सकते हैं कि कृष्ण ने श्रील प्रभुपाद को इसी उद्देश्य के लिए भेजा था ताकि वो.
I remember one small incident when I was in Albert Road Temple in 14, I was serving in the Bhakti Vriksha in the congregation preaching department, as I was telling some devotees. That's what was told to me, to serve and do congregation preaching. So while I was serving, there was one boy whom I interacted.
2013 में मैं जब भक्ति वृक्ष की सेवा कर रहा था, कांग्रीगेशन के लिए मैं प्रचार कार्य कर रहा था, जो कि सेवा मुझे मिली थी, तो एक लड़का था उसमें.
So this boy, he was little interesting. This boy is a young boy and he was very serious in chanting holy names and everything. But and I just inquired from him, from where you belong. So the boy said, I am from South India.
तो ये लड़का बहुत ही अच्छी कहानी है. ये लड़का जो है बहुत अच्छे से जप करता था और कार्य करता था, भक्ति कर रहा था. तो मैं उसको पूछा कि आप कहाँ से हैं? तो उसने बताया कि मैं दक्षिण भारत से हूँ.
And he said his parents' name, and his parents' names were Christian.
और उसने अपने माता पिता का नाम बताया, तो माता पिता जो थे वो क्रिश्चियन थे.
And then the boy said कि my parents are converted Christians.
तो फिर लड़के ने कहा कि मेरे जो माता पिता हैं वो क्रिश्चियनिटी में परिवर्तित हो गए हैं.
And then I used to ask a lot of questions to my parents because why they got converted and all those things, because when I was very small they got converted, and I was asking a lot of questions and they was never able to answer my spiritual questions.
तो मैं अपने माता पिता से बहुत प्रश्न पूछता था. तो मैं बहुत छोटा था तभी वो परिवर्तित हो गए थे, लेकिन मेरे किसी भी आध्यात्मिक प्रश्न का उत्तर देने में वो असमर्थ थे.
And then I used to tell them that, Arey, you do not know anything about spirituality. What is conversion from Hindu to Christian and all? You don't know anything. You tell me one person who can answer my question.
तो मैंने उनको बोला कि अरे आपको कुछ नहीं पता है, आप कन्वर्ट हो गए लेकिन आपको कुछ भी ज्ञान नहीं है. तो मुझे एक व्यक्ति का नाम बताइए जिसके पास ज्ञान है.
And then they said that, oh, that father in our nearby church, he seems to be very knowledgeable. You go and ask that father.
तो उन्होंने कहा, देखिए वो चर्च में जो फादर है ना, वो बहुत ही ज्ञानवान है, आप उनके पास जाइए और प्रश्न कीजिए.
And then he went to the church.
And वो चर्च गया.
And he contacted the father.
और उसने इस फादर के
And
साथ.
the father was really good. He answered all his questions, all his philosophical questions very nicely.
तो ये फादर बहुत अच्छे थे और सारे प्रश्नों का उन्होंने उत्तर दिया.
It was so logical, so scientific, so systematic, and this boy got amazed. Father, I want to just surrender my life to you. I want to just be in this church. How you know all these things? My parents, they don't know anything.
और उनके उत्तर इतने तार्किक थे, इतने वैज्ञानिक थे कि इस बच्चे के सारे उत्तर मिल गए. तो उसने कहा कि मैं अपना जीवन आपको समर्पित करना चाहता हूँ. मेरे माता पिता को तो कुछ नहीं आता है.
And then this boy asked father, what is the source? Because I have read Bible. There is no information what you are speaking from Bible. What is the source of your wisdom?
तो फिर उसने फादर से प्रश्न किया कि मैंने भी बाइबल पढ़ी है, लेकिन बाइबल में इन प्रश्नों का कहीं भी उत्तर नहीं है. तो फिर आपको ये ज्ञान कहाँ से प्राप्त हुआ?
And the father sold Bhagavad Gita as it is by Srila Prabhupada.
तो फिर फादर ने भगवत गीता ऐसे दिखाई जो श्रील प्रभुपाद ने लिखी है.
Father sold the book of his grandfather, Srila Prabhupada.
और वो फादर ने अपने फादर की, ग्रैंडफादर की बुक दिखाई, श्रील प्रभुपाद की.
And this boy who started crying, telling me the story, that when I saw Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita for the first time, I was crying that this is the person who answered all my questions. And the father said to the boy, if you really want to have knowledge and if you really want all your questions to get solved, you join the organization of this person.
तो उस फादर ने इस लड़के से कहा कि यदि तुम चाहते हो कि सारे प्रश्नों का तुम्हारा उत्तर मिले, तो तुम्हें इस व्यक्ति की जो संस्था है उसके वहां जाकर उसको ज्वाइन करना.
And that's how he left South India and came to Calcutta.
तो इस प्रकार से उसने साउथ इंडिया छोड़ दिया.
Calcutta is Srila Prabhupada's birthplace.
और कलकत्ता था श्रील प्रभुपाद का जन्म स्थान.
So we must understand that how fortunate we are in getting an opportunity to serve Srila Prabhupada. The whole world is glorifying Srila Prabhupada and his books and his teachings, and they're applying in their life and transforming their life. And we are so fortunate living in the city of the birthplace of Srila Prabhupada.
तो पूरा संसार श्रील प्रभुपाद की पुस्तकें पढ़ रहा है, उससे अपने जीवन को परिवर्तित कर रहा है, उनका अनुयायी है। एंड हम इतने भाग्यशाली हैं कि हम श्रील प्रभुपाद के जन्म स्थान में हमें सेवा का अवसर मिलता है।
So we must understand our great fortune to stay here in Calcutta, and we must understand that how fortunate we are to get the knowledge that Srila Prabhupada is giving. And our submissiveness to Srila Prabhupada is what will flourish our spiritual society, the Asosmi family.
तो हम इतने भाग्यशाली हैं, श्रील प्रभुपाद के जन्म स्थान कोलकाता में सेवा कर रहे हैं और श्रील प्रभुपाद की पुस्तकों को पढ़ रहे हैं। तो हम जितना श्रील प्रभुपाद के प्रति शरणागत रहेंगे, उतना ही हमारी संस्था को, दासोस्मी को हम सफल बना सकेंगे।
There are 3 more principles which we will discuss next class. So next class also we need to have a combined class, because next week I am going Chennai. Those devotees who want to come to Chennai can come to Chennai. So there will be no Tuesday Hindi class, there will be combined class. And we will discuss the remaining 3 principles in the next class. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anyone has any question? I think it is very clear. Yes.
सब क्वेश्चन आंसर हो गए.
Okay, सब question. Srila Prabhupada has answered all our questions. So either all questions are answered or devotees are busy to go to their work. Or even both are there, that's fine. But I am happy that
only question I have.
Yeah, okay, question. Yes, ask.
Prabhuji, I just wanted to know that from where did Srila Prabhupada got all the inspiration to write?
Yeah, Srila Prabhupada was asked by his spiritual master to write and print books, and Srila Prabhupada was said, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur time and again said that you must write in English. And one time Srila Prabhupada had written an article which Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur liked very much, and he said to all his disciples, who were that time presidents and managers of the Mutt, Gaudiya Mutt, said that whatever this Abhay Babu, Srila Prabhupada's name that time, he was a Grihastha, and whatever this Abhay Babu writes, you always, without showing it to me, print it in the magazine, right? Whatever he writes, you print it. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also said to Srila Prabhupada that you must write and print books and distribute it. That is your service. And write in English language, not in any other language. And that's why Srila Prabhupada made it a point, though his main language was Bengali and all, he wrote in English. And with great humility, Srila Prabhupada writes in Srimad Bhagavatam 1st canto that English is not my parent language, but my Guru Maharaj has told me to write in English, and because I have writing in English, there may be some discrepancies. But since I am glorifying Krishna, those discrepancies will not be much affecting people, because the glorification of Krishna will take care of those discrepancies. So that was the inspiration.
And the knowledge to write the books, because he writes books. I mean, his books.
So Srila Prabhupada has taken the commentaries of all the acharyas. When Srila Prabhupada was writing Srimad Bhagavatam, he had commentaries of 8 of our acharyas, Bhagavatam commentaries, and from all the commentaries he has just taken the essential things and written his purports. So most of the purports of Srila Prabhupada, the translation you will see will not match exactly the same the Sanskrit is saying, because the translation is purport of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and the purport is purport of Jiva Goswami. So like that, Srila Prabhupada, he takes the different commentaries of different acharyas and puts it in his purports. 8 to 9 commentaries Srila Prabhupada used to refer and put it in his purport. Yeah, Sunita Mataji, you have question or you have no question? Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Dandabad.
Yes, Prabhuji, as you were telling to follow the right leader and the right knowledge. So I always get confused, like to follow, what to follow, to not follow, because we are surrounded with so many people, so many devotees, and then gurus also. So that also, like I am reading Bhagavad Gita under someone, and then it's very confusing what to follow and what to how to direct ourselves.
Okay, so it's confusing to what to follow and not follow, but most of us, we speak whatever Srila Prabhupada is speaking. So in that way, in one level, there is not much confusion is gone. We have to chant 16 rounds, we have to follow 4 regulative principles, and we have to read the Srila Prabhupada's books nicely, and then as per our capacity, we can teach those literatures to others. That's the basic principle that Srila Prabhupada has given us. Now, in our practical life, to apply these principles, we need some guidance. So, but the principles are same. These principles are same for everyone. But to apply this principle in our practical life, we need some practical guidance. And those practical guidance need to be given in a proper way, appropriate way, first thing. And second thing, it is very personal, because it is very personally related to our life. And that is how we should have someone whom we follow on a practical level. On a philosophical level, on a principle level, we have the principles, we have a lot of people whom we follow, and their teachings are in line with Srila Prabhupada, and their teachings are in line with Srimad Bhagavatam. That's all fine. We are getting that. But on a practical level, to apply it, otherwise, if imagine one person is chanting 1 round, and he hears that Srila Prabhupada said to chant 16 rounds, and next day he chants 16 rounds. Is it practical? Is it possible? So in that way, we may have a lot of people in our life and we may follow, but at least one person we should have when we are following on a practical level in our life, whom we can share our personal challenges and we can follow in our practical life. So at least one person we should have. But it is important that whatever principles we are studying needs to be applied practically. On a personal level, we need one person. But on a philosophical level, the teachings are same. So we have the books of Srila Prabhupada. So on a philosophical level, there is no confusion. But on a personal level, yes, if we have so many people whom we are following, there may be a confusion. So that's why we should have one person whom we are following. Because on a practical level, the suggestions and advice and instructions can differ from one person to another person. But on a philosophical level, it's the same. Right? Some people may say, okay, no problem. Even if you are chanting 1 round Hare Krishna previous day, so chant 16 rounds. How much ever you are able to do, you do. Another person may say, no, go increase slowly. So different people have different ways of how they give guidance and advice. So in that way, there may be difference. But on philosophical level, everyone is same. So, and we need to change one person on a very personal level, practical level, to take guidance, because there where confusion happens. Okay, Haribol, yes, Siddha Prabhu, please tell your question.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। इस ग्रुप में नया हूँ, तो मेरा क्वेश्चन है, पहले तो गौड़िया मठ था, फिर श्रील प्रभुपाद ने इस्कॉन का स्थापना क्यों की, और एक क्वेश्चन है, जो श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने तो प्रचार नहीं किए थे, तो उस टाइम तो वो कर सकते थे और भी भक्ति का प्रसार हो सकता था, वो क्यों नहीं किए? और उससे पहले भी जैसे मैं श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु के शिष्य जो थे, वो भी कोई किसी ने मतलब विदेश में जाके प्रचार क्यों नहीं किए? वो तो भी प्रभुपाद से भी वो बड़े स्कॉलर थे।
Correct, yeah, true. So the first question is कि श्रील प्रभुपाद ने इस्कॉन की स्थापना क्योंकि गौड़िया मठ तो था। तो गौड़िया मठ जब श्रील प्रभुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर जाने के बाद गौड़िया मठ में बहुत सारे मैनेजरियल प्रॉब्लम्स आने लग गए और मठ अलग अलग भागों में विभक्त हो गया और मैनेजरियल प्रॉब्लम्स इतने आने लग गए कि कोई प्रचार करना बंद कर दिया और सब लोग सोचने लगे मेरा कौन सा मठ है, मेरा कौन सा मठ है, मेरा कौन सा मठ है, मेरे को कौन सा मठ मिलेगा। तो और कोर्ट केसेस और लीगल केसेस भी चालू हो गए कि एक सन्यासी और एक जन बोले कि ये मेरा मठ है और एक जन बोले नहीं ये मेरा मठ है। ऐसे इतने सारे लीगल केसेस हो गए। और श्रील प्रभुपाद बार बार बोलते थे उनके गुरु भाइयों को कि हमको प्रचार करना चाहिए, कोई भी एक मठ ले लो और आपको और एक मठ चाहिए तो मठ बना दो, बट प्रचार तो करो। मठ जीवन का लक्ष्य नहीं है, प्रचार जीवन का लक्ष्य है। गुरु महाराज नहीं बोले कि मठ को मैनेज करना है। ठीक है, मैनेजमेंट में कुछ डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन है, वो तो हर समय ही रहेगा। इस्कॉन में भी हम देखते हैं कि मैनेजमेंट में डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन रहता है। कोई बोलता है मठ को ऐसे मैनेज करना है, कोई बोलता है मठ को दूसरा टाइप का मैनेज करना है। तो श्रील प्रभुपाद का कहना था कि ठीक है, एक जन को सुन लो, एक जन नम्र हो जाओ, मैनेजमेंट तो डिफर करेगा ही करेगा। बट उनके गुरु भाई नहीं इस तरह होना चाहिए, वो बोले इस तरह होना चाहिए। इतना समय बर्बाद हो गया कि कोई प्रचार नहीं कर रहा था। श्रील प्रभुपाद बहुत कोशिश किए। जब श्रील प्रभुपाद विदेश भी गए थे तो लेटर्स हैं श्रील प्रभुपाद के कि श्रील प्रभुपाद उनके गुरु भाई को बोल रहे हैं कि आप इधर आइए, मैं प्रैक्टिकल मैनेजमेंट करूंगा और आप प्रचार कीजिए, आप मेरे से भी ज्यादा स्कॉलरली है। कोई नहीं आया विदेश। तो श्रील प्रभुपाद और वो बोले ठीक है, आप गौड़िया मठ का मेरे को पावर ऑफ अटर्नी दे दीजिए ताकि मैं गौड़िया मठ इधर विदेश में खोल पाऊं उसी नाम से, क्योंकि हमारे गुरु महाराज ने गौड़िया मठ का ही नाम दिया था। तो विदेश में भी गौड़िया मठ का नाम पे मैं रजिस्टर करना चाहता हूं न्यूयॉर्क में। वो भी नहीं मिला। तो क्या करेंगे श्रील प्रभुपाद? वो खुद आके प्रचार नहीं करना चाहते हैं और उनको गौड़िया मठ का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का नया ब्रांच खोलने का वो भी नहीं दे रहे हैं। तो इसीलिए श्रील प्रभुपाद ने न्यूयॉर्क में इस्कॉन की स्थापना करवाई, क्योंकि बहुत सारे पत्र लिखने के बाद भी सब फेल हो गए। ना गौड़िया मठ का ब्रांच खुल पाया विदेश में, ना श्रील प्रभुपाद की गुरु भाई आए विदेश। श्रील प्रभुपाद इतना बार बुलाए कि इधर कुछ शिष्य भक्त लोग मेरे को मिले हैं, वो राजी हो रहे हैं, तो आप आइए, आप प्रचार कीजिए, मैं मैनेज करूंगा। बट कोई नहीं आया। उनको लगता था कि शायद ये फ्लॉप हो जाएगा, जाके क्या फायदा, इधर ही हम अपना मठ मैनेज करते हैं। तो श्रील प्रभुपाद बाध्यवश इस्कॉन की स्थापना की। तो ये पहला प्रश्न का उत्तर है। द्वितीय प्रश्न आपने पूछा कि श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु, भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर, ये सब तो बहुत बड़े प्रमुख आचार्य हैं हमारे गौड़ीय संप्रदाय के, वो कर सकते थे। तो हमको रूप गोस्वामी या कर सकते थे। तो हमको समझना चाहिए हर आचार्य जो आते हैं उनका एक स्पेसिफिक सेवा कार्य रहता है, वो उतना ही करते हैं। उनको जितना सेवा बोला गया है ये उनकी सबमिसिवनेस है, शरणागति है, उससे ज्यादा वो नहीं करेंगे। ये शरणागति, ये आध्यात्मिक जगत की शरणागति है। दूध उबालने के लिए बोला मतलब दूध उबालेंगे बस, छेना नहीं बनाएंगे। तो हमारा दिमाग में क्या चलता रहता है, दूध बनाया, दूध थोड़ा सा दूध निकाल के छेना भी फाड़ देते हैं, छेना से एक पनीर बना देंगे, पनीर से एक थोड़ा संदेश भी बना देंगे, थोड़ा कृष्ण को खिला देंगे। बट हमारे आचार्य लोग ऐसे नहीं है। रूप गोस्वामी आए थे फॉर ए पर्टिकुलर प्रिंसिपल। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु रूप गोस्वामी को 4-5 प्रिंसिपल बताए थे, आपको क्या करना है। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु रूप गोस्वामी को बताया कि आपको वृंदावन धाम को पुनः निर्मित करना है, क्योंकि बहुत मुसलमान लोग वृंदावन धाम को ध्वस्त विध्वस्त कर दिए थे। कृष्ण जब चले गए थे तो सब ध्वस्त हो गया था, आपको पुनः निर्माण करना है। तो रूप गोस्वामी और जितने सारे गोस्वामी अनुयायी थे वो वृंदावन को निर्मित किए और वृंदावन की जो ब्रज भक्ति है उसको किताब में लिखे। उनका सेवा था फिक्स्ड। भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर को स्पेसिफिक सेवा मिला था। भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर को सेवा मिला था कि श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जो जन्म स्थान है मायापुर है उसको पुनः उद्धृत करने के लिए। इसलिए भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर ने नवद्वीप महात्म्य लिखा, अलग अलग जगह से कलेक्ट करके। भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर ने श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जन्म स्थान है उसको निर्माण किया। तो उनको जो इंस्ट्रक्शन मिला है वो उतना ही करेंगे, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा नहीं करेंगे। ये उनकी शरणागति है, ये हम आचार्यों से सीख सकते हैं। तो श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु जैसे रूप गोस्वामी को बोले वो उतना ही किए। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने ही रूप गोस्वामी को बोले कि आप पाश्चात्य देश चाहिए, तो वो कुछ किए नहीं। भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद के गुरुदेव हैं और श्रील प्रभुपाद को बोले कि पाश्चात्य देश में आप जाके अंग्रेजी में प्रचार कीजिए, तो श्रील प्रभुपाद सब किताब अंग्रेजी में लिखे। कोई भी एक दूसरा भाषा श्रील प्रभुपाद लिखे ही नहीं। ऐसे नहीं कि श्रील प्रभुपाद बंगाली में नहीं लिख सकते थे, लिख सकते थे, पर उनके गुरुदेव बोले ठीक है, गुरुदेव बोले कि अंग्रेजी में करना है, मेरे को अंग्रेजी में करना है। तो ये एक सबमिसिवनेस है, शरणागति है। उनके गुरुवर्ग जो बोले हैं वो कर रहे हैं, तो इसीलिए नहीं किए। able to understand? हरि बोल, हरे कृष्ण। यस, अजय प्रभु एंड देन देव माल्य प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, धन्यवाद, प्रणाम।
यस
प्रभु जी, Prabhupada has written so many books, the content is so huge. He did the preaching, he traveled different countries across the globe. But how did he manage the time to read all the things, to do all the things? Because how did he get time to sleep also? 16 hours chanting also.
Yeah. That's why Srila Prabhupada is empowered Acharya and we are insignificant soul. This is first thing. On a practical level also, Srila Prabhupada, on a practical level, this is definitely there, कि Srila Prabhupada was Acharya and he did so much of things. But on a practical level also, Srila Prabhupada took practical things. Like we can always say, oh Srila Prabhupada तो आचार्य थे, वो तो कर लिए, हम तो कुछ नहीं करेंगे, हम क्या करेंगे, खाएंगे पिएंगे सो जाएंगे। ऐसा नहीं है, that is not the point. श्रीला प्रभु, you tell something, और श्रीला प्रभुपाद तो आचार्य थे, वो तो इतना किताब लिख लिए, हम क्या करेंगे, हम खाली सोएंगे, ऐसा नहीं। So that is another extreme. One extreme is Srila Prabhupada was empowered Acharya and that's why he could do so much. And I am an insignificant soul. मैं क्या करूँगा? मैं खाली हरि नाम थोड़ा सा कर लूँगा, खा लूँगा, सो लूँगा, हो गया, खत्म कहानी। That is another extreme. So Srila Prabhupada took lot of practical steps. The first thing is how he could write so many books. He never typed himself. He used dictaphone. You will see that he took so many years to write the first canto. But in so less time, he wrote so many other cantos because he used dictaphone. He used to speak in the night and in the morning he had people who were employed to type. And then people would type. And then there are people who would edit what was typed. And then it will come back to him, the transcriptions, and he would see and then it would go for printing. So he used to not type himself. This is one thing he did, was he used a dictaphone which actually increased his speed. Second, Srila Prabhupada never used to believe in mobiles and telephone. That time telephone was there, but he used to say this telephone is waste of time. I will write letters. So he saved a lot of time by not using telephone. And we are losing a lot of time using mobiles and smartphones actually. So he never used mobiles and he believed in letters. He wrote letters and in that way he managed. Next thing is, one doctor said, Srila Prabhupada, that if you take massage, regular massage for half an hour, 45 minutes, then your body will remain always agile and your bath and everything will always remain and you can do a lot of services. And Srila Prabhupada ensured that he would do massage every day. Every day he would do massage. That helped him to not get too much of sleep and his body to be healthy. And another Ayurvedic doctor said to Srila Prabhupada that you should go for morning walk. That is very good for your health. So Srila Prabhupada combined morning walk and his class, morning class. So he will go for morning walk and his disciples would also go and class bhi ho gaya, morning walk bhi ho gaya. So it's not that Srila Prabhupada didn't took practical steps. He took lot of practical steps to achieve what he achieved. But definitely the blessings of acharyas and his own surrender to Guru is also there. But that is not the only thing. Though they may be there, we may also have the same blessings from our Guru and Guru Parampara. We may also have been given instruction, but we need to practically apply those instructions on a practical level. But because ultimately we have to function in the material world. The material world has certain material principles. And until unless we are practical, it will not happen. So Srila Prabhupada was very, very practical, very, very practical. He would say always, do the needful, whatever is required. Srila Prabhupada didn't how he managed to build so many temples. Srila Prabhupada's temple and his definition of temple is, जहाँ पे कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, भूत का घर है, चर्च है, and उधर कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, उसको जाओ कम पैसा में खरीद लो और हरिनाम कीर्तन करो, भूत भगाओ and मंदिर बना दो. And devotees and disciples would haunt for haunted house. And the owners would feel कि इनको भूत बंगला क्यों चाहिए, and वो कैसे रहेंगे इधर. And श्री प्रभुपाद से आप हरिनाम करिए, भूत भाग जाएगा, सस्ता में हमको घर मिल गया. And like that they got so many temples who were actually haunted house before. So it's not that Srila Prabhupada was not practical. He was very, very practical, very practical. So he opened so many temples, and his one Singhania, Padmapat Singhania, Srila Prabhupada wrote him letter that you want to build a temple in West. I am already in West. I have got some disciples. You give me money, I will build a temple. Then Padmapat Singhania was very happy. Yes, Swamiji is already in West. He is doing something. I want to build a temple. Then he sent the structure of the temple. There should be a Gopuram, big Gopuram and big temple and all those things, the traditional structure. And he wrote instructions. Srila Prabhupada said, temple means we should teach Bhagavad Gita. If I build big Gopuram, where I will have time to teach Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, everything will go in building big Gopuram only. And then this businessman said, no, if you don't build a Gopuram and big structure, then I will not give you money. So Prabhupada said, okay, don't give me money. I am not interested in erecting big temples. So Srila Prabhupada's concept of temple was, get a flat, get already erected structures and convert them into temple. Functionally they are temples, but constitutionally they'll never look like temple. If you go to American temples, they will look like castles. They will look like buildings, normal buildings. You see Bhakti Vedanta Manor. It looks like a building only. If you see the picture of the manor, it looks like a castle. British time castle. There's a temple. So we need to understand that we have to be very, very practical, very, very practical. Do the needful. What is required at this time to propagate Krishna consciousness. That made Srila Prabhupada very, very successful. He had that spiritual instruction and spiritual empowerment, plus he used practical wisdom of this world. Srila Prabhupada saw that big trucks are there. In these trucks, they were transporting goods in US. Srila Prabhupada said, "Arey, isko hum book distribution mein laga sakte hain. We can use it as a book distribution bus." And Tamal Krishna Maharaj was, Srila Prabhupada would speak practical ideas and Tamal Krishna Maharaj would execute that ideas. And immediately Tamal Krishna Maharaj started purchasing buses and buses ka pura remodeling kar diya. Bus ko hi mandir bana diya. And there were DTs in the bus and they used to travel in the bus. They used to go and distribute books and then go to another city, distribute books like that. And then they started Radha Damodar bus party. And why Radha Damodar? Because they wanted some DTs to be kept in the bus. And the DTs, because bus when it starts moving, the DTs will also start moving and there is chance of falling down. So they started tying the DTs stomach with the bus. and then when Srila Prabhupada saw, you are tying Krishna. So and then Srila Prabhupada said, okay, you name this Krishna as Radha Damodar. Damodar means who's udar. is tied by ropes. So then it started Radha Damodar Bus Party. So all of you should read this book called Servant of Servant. I think I have sent Udit Prabhu and Poonam Mataji this book, Servant of Servant. Very nice book, very nice book. It's an instruction from Radheshyam Prabhu for everyone who is joining ashram, brahmachari ashram, that he read this book, this Servant of Servant. It's not for brahmacharis, right? But it tells about how Tamal Krishna Maharaj actually executed all Srila Prabhupada's ideas, and it contains the letters of Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. It's a must read book. Though it is not available now in hardcover, it's in PDF form I have sent. You can read, very nice book. And it will give you an insight of how Srila Prabhupada was able to achieve. It's not that Srila Prabhupada was speaking in air. He was very, very practical, very, very practical. That made him very successful. So he was empowered, and on top of it, he used that knowledge on a very practical level. Okay? Hare Krishna. Yes, Dev Malya Prabhu, last.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Dandavad.
Yeah. प्रभु जी मैं ये क्वेश्चन हिंदी में कहूँगा कि लाइक ये क्लास थोड़ा मर्ज हुआ है तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये कि आप अभी वो एक नया कोई डिवोटी ज्वाइन किए तो हमारे ग्रुप आई थिंक सिद्ध साधे एक क्वेश्चन पे आपने बताया कि जब शिला प्रभुपाद ने जब वहाँ पे एस्टैब्लिश कर रहे थे प्रचार कर रहे थे वेस्टर्न कंट्री में यूएस में तो उन्होंने जब अपना गॉड ब्रदर को या गुरु महाराज को जब बुलाने की कोशिश की तो वो लोग नहीं आए बट उन लोगों ने सोचे थे कि ये फ्लॉप हो जाएगा बट रिसेंटली मैं जब आईडीसी कोर्स कर रहा था तो वहाँ पे कुछ चैप्टर्स था लाइक गुरु तत्व गुरु परंपरा ठीक है तो आई डोंट नो लाइक मैंने वो मिस कर दिया होगा कि मे बी मैं भूल भी गया होगा तो वहाँ पे ऐसा मेंशन था कि जो गौड़िया मतलब कि मठ से जो भक्त लोग हैं वो लोग हमारे सेंटर में आ सकते हैं बट हम उसे कोई लेक्चर्स देने के लिए हम उसे अलाउ नहीं करते बट क्यों हम लोग क्यों नहीं करते
So what happened is when so ये प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं कि इस्कॉन डिसाइपल कोर्स में हम बताते हैं कि गौड़िया मठ के जो भक्त हैं वो मंदिर आ सकते हैं बट क्लास नहीं दे सकते हैं. So what happened is when Srila Prabhupada became successful and all, these some of the Gaudiya Math disciples and devotees, they became very, very inimical and envious. And they started troubling ISKCON devotees. They started speaking so much against Srila Prabhupada and breaking the faith of devotees from ISKCON and Srila Prabhupada. They started telling, he doesn't know anything. He was a grihastha. What he knows? My guru is a sannyasi. How does it matter who is a grihastha or a sannyasi? If he is telling, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, कि जय तत्व कृष्ण तत्व वेता सही गुरु है. So how does it matter one is a sannyasi or a grihastha? He doesn't know. And like that, so many things happen. So it's not that we don't allow anyone to give class and all. We allow anyone, everyone who is speaking on the right tattva to give class. But generally people, they start, offending or criticizing. And that is how, just to ensure that, unnecessarily we do not let people criticize and all. That's why that rule and regulation we follow. That we don't allow anyone to just come and criticize and all. We appreciate Gaudiya Math and they appreciate us. And those who appreciate, like my Gurudev Radhanath Maharaj, he has so many good relationship with so many Gaudiya Math sannyasis and all. And they appreciate, and we go to Gaudiya Math and all. So, but then there are some people who are little, who don't want, who just want to criticize. So we don't want to hear criticism. Why we will, and anyway, we are not criticizing them. They are also started doing very good preaching now. Previously, that was a bad time, bad phase of Gaudiya Math, but now they are coming up. And last 2 years before, they did the anniversary or something, some celebration of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They are doing good preaching now. So we are also appreciating them. So we can appreciate them and they can appreciate us. But if they criticize us, then we'll be careful. Na? So So that is the thing that is mentioned. Is that clear?
Yes, Prabhuji. And
So appreciation is allowed, criticism is not at all allowed. As one devotee was telling today, that what I appreciate in Dasasmi family is everyone is not, no one is bad mouthing about each other. So this is very, very important, very, very important. As soon as one person is criticizing, he will immediately be sent out. And that's how we see. It's not that we are against Gaudiya Math devotees and all. We are not. They are very nice devotees. We are against their criticism. And we don't want them to come and criticize and pollute the atmosphere. Similarly, in Dasasmi family also, in ISKCON also, anyone who criticizes immediately is sent out. No criticism allowed. If you have any concern, you speak to the right authority. We will address your concern. But we will not address criticism. Concerns are fine. There was some problem happened to you. You have some concerns. Okay, there are right authorities available. You speak to them and we will address your concern. We will try to, as much as possible, settle out your concern. But no criticism allowed. No bad mouthing, no politics, no diplomacy allowed. So because they started doing it, so we also became careful. Now they are improving. So now we are also improving. We are also improving our relationship. Okay, now they are embracing and coming and, oh, you are doing good work, we are doing good work. Okay, so we can do together. So now we are His Holiness Jayaprada Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and many of the GVCs, they are trying to now go and develop more personal relationships, because they are now understanding that we should not unnecessarily criticize. We should try to be together and serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? But criticism is not allowed. Concerns are allowed. Okay, you have some concerns, you speak. We will address them. But criticism is not allowed.
And Prabhuji, the book which you mentioned, The Servant of the Servant, it is written by Tama Krishna Goswami Maharaj.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so the hard copy is available in Amazon.
Okay, Amazon hard copy is available. I don't know what is the price, but I have the PDF which I have sent, so anyone who wants to read can read. And please read the book. Okay, Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, vancha kalpataru vasha, kripa sindhu vevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Vaishnav Thakur ki jai. Hare Krishna.